What a waste of time. The captain didn't give me anything, so I could have well have gone straight out of the ship and I would have had to save myself the trouble of doing it today. So with that done, we're going to bolt straight for Celadon now to buy that Larvitar, and I also have a little surprise for some of you who may not know about it. It's something that's hidden in Celadon, and well, yeah. There's not going to be much opposition on the way to Celadon because Route 7 is empty. It has always been, even in Red, Blue, and Yellow, and Fire Red and Leaf Green, there were no trainers there. Route 6, well, I think it's just those two guys here, so I guess, yeah, we're in the clear. And yeah, the three cities are so close together that, well, right now I'm acquiring the ability to fly to Saffron and Celadon, but really, the three cities are so close that I could be in any one of the three and I could pee to the other two. So yeah, flying to either one of the three is pretty redundant. It's almost like one big city. Okay, so I've healed my Pokemon, so I am going to make some room for Larvitar, because let's not forget that I can't acquire any new Pokemon by means other than catching if I don't have a free spot. So who is going to go into PC, because, well, I'm not planning on using it much, because my priority for now is going to be having the rest of my party catch up to it. So is it the one? Nope. Those are TMs. I think those are Double Team, Psychic, and Hyper Beam. This one's got to be the one with the Pokemon Larvitar. So yeah, I now have a Larvitar. So I am going to level it up a little, because a level 40 Larvitar is not going to do much against the gyms in Kanto. So I'm going to get out of here and just show you something special before I go and grind my Larvitar a little. It's in the restaurant here. You go and take a look at the trash can and you get a free leftovers. Probably the best held item in the game at the time, and still one of the best today. So I'm gonna put it to use right away. Since it's so good, I'm going to give it to Larvitar. This should really come in handy. So I'm going to grind my Larvitar a little and I'll be right back. Okay, so we're done here. I now have a level 45 Pupitar, and since I delayed evolution by 3 levels, I have Crunch earlier than if I had evolved it into Pupitar right off the bat. So yeah, I have Thrash, Crunch, Rock Slide, and Screech, which should go away soon enough. So I am going to take you on a little tour of Vermilion right now, see if I can get anything interesting by talking to people. And oh, is this the guy who wants to give me the Super Rod? I thought originally it was the fishing guru that he's talking about right now. Nope, no Super Rod. Maybe... no, I think the guy who gives me the Super Rod is supposed to be on Route 12 in the Silence Bridge area. And this guy here and his Machop are somewhat of a running joke in Pokemon, because right now it's been 4 generations in which we've seen that Machop stomping the ground while trying to you know, build a building, but the building hasn't started 3 years after the events of Red, Blue, and Yellow, so that's why people and have a good laugh out of it. In fact, it's become infamous enough that Sarah B. in his Hard Gold Soul Silver Discovery thread bothered to mention that yes, the Machop is still stomping the ground and construction still hasn't begun in Vermilion. So anyway, the big story in Vermilion in this game is that there's a Snorlax that is blocking the path to Diglett's cave. I'm gonna take you there right after I talk to this guy. And yeah, I used to think that that Snorlax was a giant Snorlax, since, well, the sprite in the overworld, you can see the bottom half here, since the sprite in the overworld is so much bigger than the one in the other games. I used to think that it was a giant Snorlax, but in fact they just bothered making the Snorlax, you know, to scale because there's no way that my character is as big as a Snorlax, so they bloated it up to, you know, 4 tiles in the overworld instead of just 1. Yep, he wants to see the magnet train. Well, now would be the perfect time to do it because it's down. It can't move at all because of the fact that the power plant isn't working anymore. Oh, yeah, it's the Pokemon Fan Club, home of my favorite old man ever in video game history. If you remember from my Red LP, he blabs on about stuff endlessly. I even had a Bill Cosby imitation sound clip playing while he was talking. I'm not going to do that here again, but I'm going to talk to him again, see if he does the same thing. Yeah, I've raised over 150 Pokemon. The number was obviously lower in red, blue, and yellow, naturally. Okay, so yeah, he wants to blab my ears off about his lovely Rapidash again. Oh, blah, 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 you think... At least they don't show the entire thing. Hug it when sleeping, warm and cuddly. Well, I definitely hope he's not talking about his Rapidash anymore, because can you imagine sleeping with your Rapidash and hugging it while sleeping? Well, that's not even mentioning the first-degree burns you get, but still, it's a horse! It's a big freaking horse! You don't sleep with a horse! Well, he gave me a rare candy for my troubles, but I'm not sure if it's worth the visual of an old man sleeping with a burning horse. And, you know, the music in this town, I don't know why it's so hard to get it right, but in my opinion, the best rendition was in red, blue, and yellow. That's right. I'm not a big fan of this one, or the one in Fire Red and Leaf Green, and in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, it's probably the worst song of the entire game. It really sounds like a lullaby. They had 3 shots at making a better mix than the one in red, blue, and yellow, and they blew it 3 times. That is pretty incredible. So now there's only one place left to look at in town, and it's the gym of Lieutenant Surge, the Lightning American. Yeah, gotta love, once again, those stereotypes. Though Americans, I doubt they would consider this stereotype offensive, because they've got a strange, creepy, near-religious fervor for their military. And the good news, and I didn't remember about it until this guy told me, is that I won't even need to do the trash can puzzle again. Scar! Because in every other generation you have to do it. Even in Heart Gold and Soul Silver you have to do it. But here, no. I don't know if it's because the programmers just got lazy, or if it's because the puzzle is known to be an annoyance, since there's no skill, all luck to it. And in addition, imagine all the red, blue, yellow speed runs that must have gotten wrecked because of this puzzle. But yeah, I had a few things to say about the American people and their bond with their military, but this is gonna have to wait until next time, because I'm gonna cut off this video after this battle here, and I'm glad to see that my Pupitar is doing just fine, because, well, it's got a base stat total of, what, 415, give or take 10, maybe? And it's only level 45, so I expected it to struggle a little bit, but so far it's doing just fine. So next time, I'm not going to continue this gym, I'm going to do the Olivine to Vermilion trip on the SS Aqua.